All right, hello and welcome to this dusk evening time. Looks kind of gloomy out there. Gloam and so an examination or a taste challenge in the gloaming. The gloaming. We have two bourbon whiskey products. This is Tin High Sour Mash bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. Oh boy. No website listing, no age statement. Bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. All right. Well, I picked, now that was $14.99, $14.99 at Total Wine and More in Metairie, Total Wine and More in Metairie, Louisiana. Here's Royal, oh golly, Royal Kentucky bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. There's a crown over the Royal, Crown Royal, Crown Royal. All right, anyway, my friend David pointed that out. I never made the connection, but anybody that would believe that would be an idiot. An idiot. An idiot. Bottled by Kentucky. Oh, this is funny. Bottled by Kentucky Distilling Company, Bardstown, Kentucky. You say, I've never heard of them. Yeah, neither has anybody else. It's Heaven Hill. I do like that they use royal blue for the color. I mean, it's the actual color royal blue, which is the regal blue. Because as we all know, Kentucky has a king. No, I don't think that's right. Okay, the Commonwealth of Kentucky. All right. I bought this bottle for $7.99 at Ralston Liquor in Houston, Texas. True story. Last year, 2022, was $7.99. I have some left. Yeah, it was a nice store. I would go back. If I went back to Houston, I would probably, I don't know about probably, but I would quite likely go back. Certainly wouldn't avoid it. It was a nice liquor store. I've always said good things about it. I bought some things there. They had a lot more that I could have bought, but you can't buy everything. There's so much you can get. So this one was bought in Texas. Never saw it in Louisiana in my life. This one I see all the time in Louisiana. It's very common. Walmart used to sell it, but I guess it was a slow seller and they killed it because Walmart does not keep things around if they do not move. They get rid of them quickly. Okay, so this is the last taste challenge of the day. I've done quite a few. It's been very interesting, but college basketball is calling. All right, so does Tin High have flavoring added? Well, we know it has flavoring added because it says on the label, bourbon whiskey with natural flavors, which I suspect are vanilla and possibly like rock candy, like the crystallized sugar, like big, it's like crystals. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, Royal Kentucky bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. Oh, great. I guess you got to pay about $2 more for Royal. So Royal's probably $16.99 for a handle, and Tin High is $14.99. So two Kentucky companies, Tin High, Sazerac going to battle against Heaven Hill. They're both amber, copper colored. Do they have coloring added? I think it's possible or even probable, and I'll tell you why. Because see, Heaven Hill, but I don't think that lines up with the regulations. Now, Heaven Hill has it listed as Royal Spirit Blend. They call it Royal Spirit Blend. Okay, that makes sense because bourbon whiskey is not allowed to have flavoring added. Okay. You say, well, you just showed a bottle that said bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. Right. So you can't have flavoring added to bourbon. It's illegal. And I'm holding up 2 bottles that say bourbon whiskey with natural flavors added. So how is that possible? Well, if you read the US government regulations, they're constructed in a way that anything's possible if you just know how to jump through hoops and which hoops to jump through. So yeah, you can't add flavoring to bourbon except that you can add flavoring to bourbon, but then it becomes a distilled spirit specialty. You say, well, what is a distilled spirit specialty? A DSS. You'll see this on many shipments. Well, according to the government, it's a product that does not really fall in line with any other category. So it's sort of like a catch-all category. It's like, oh, you can't add flavoring to bourbon. That's illegal. What if it became a distilled specialty spirit? Oh, well, of course. That's that's a specialty spirit, you know. So you can see the gamesmanship that's involved. Daryl Macias says, good afternoon, Ronald. Good afternoon to you, Daryl. We're about to enter the evening time. All right, so the regulations, they're strict. They are very strict. On the other hand, they're constructed in such a manner that allows an enormous amount of creativity, all right, in the liquor world. And that's the same for beer or wine, I would assume. I don't know about the wine, but when you got Samuel Adams, I'm sorry. When you have Angry Orchard cider, hard cider, that's classified as a wine, so it's a wine. So it allows for creativity. You just know how to navigate the regulations, and I'm getting pretty good at navigating the regulations, actually. All right, so let's go with these. They're about the same price, but let's remember the 10 high runs about $2 more for the handle. Now, for the regular bottles, probably $1 more. So, it's a little bit more expensive, but in a very minimal way. They're basically the same type product. Have you ever reviewed Fireball? Yes, I have. Are you liking the ciders? I would like to say no, because I don't think that's a good thing to deal with cider. But the reality is, I actually have been enjoying it. And I can show you something later in a few minutes. I got to hurry up, though. I got to go watch the basketball. But I can show you something, Hector, if you want to see it. You would either admire me or hate me, because I want those who get to know me to become admirers or my enemies. Wow. All right. I want those who get to know me. Come admirers or my enemies. Wow. Aroma. Yeah. Not the same, but similar. Here comes the trains. I'll tell you what I mean. This one, you get a corn base, and there's a vanilla thing coming into play. It's pretty basic, though. Now, over here, there's a noticeable lack of aroma. That has been the case with 10 High through most of the taste challenges, but I think it was even, it's been a number of months. I think that has been the case with the Royal. I've never seen Royal in Louisiana, and I would not lie to you. But there it was in Texas on the shelves, and pretty prominent. So I don't know. All right. Okay. Oh man, that's got to be the 10 high because there's this sourdough bagel thing, and being that it's sour mash, there is a sourdough bagel aspect, and there's this, and then the 10 high flavored bourbon like vanilla flavoring and yeah, a little wood, like a Buffalo Tracean type wood application. And Buffalo Trace will have like a house style. There's like a, hmm, it's like some like a corn meal. I don't know, a cornmeal and rye type commonality with it. You can kind of recognize it though, whether it's a old charter, which I need to get to, but I did a duo with my friend David, or the Buffalo Trace, the 10 high, or the ancient age benchmark, certainly, yes. Yeah, it's I think it's I think they're using a common yeast strain, like you know when Anheuser-Busch beers, like Anheuser-Busch, their beers, they all kind of taste the same. Not exactly the same, but there's like I said, a thread of commonality. And I think they're using a common yeast strain. And then they just kind of like alter it here or there down the line to make different variants like Budweiser and then Bud Light and then Bud Ice and Natural Ice, Natural Light. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just think that. And I think that's probably true for Sazerac, which is, you hear people all the time on the internet talking about Sazerac, they have a house style. I kind of see that, but maybe Heaven Hill, I don't know. Heaven Hill is a little more off the off the rails with their stuff. But let's go here. Okay, well, yeah, it's got that strong vanilla additive. I just think both of these products are using vanilla, and I don't. It's not artificial. It's natural flavors. These people that come on my channel all the time talking about, oh, natural flavors doesn't mean anything. It's the same as artificial. Wrong, 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 wrong. If you're wrong, just admit it. No big deal. We've all been mistaken in the past. I think they're using vanilla extract for both of these products from vanilla beans. And I mean, come on, these companies are very wealthy. Buffalo Trace and Heaven Hill have a lot of money. They can juice in a little natural vanilla extract and to spruce up these very low shelf products. You know what I mean? No, I mean, have you? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I read those comments already. Um, hmm. You see, I just think they're taking really low grade, and it exists. Every bourbon is not great, but I mean, it is hard to find a bad bourbon. I've never had one. I guess they're out there, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're taking really low grade bourbon, which would probably be not that enjoyable without the added vanilla flavoring. I'm not saying they're using vanilla. I said I think they're using vanilla. They could be using something else. We don't know. They don't disclose it. They're not required to disclose it. All they have to say is natural flavors. They got it. Um, but it certainly tastes like vanilla. And yeah, they're just taking products that are really low grade and they're adding vanilla and they're making it palatable. And people that buy it, I mean, people are buying this for $6.99, $7.99 a bottle. They don't care. They're not buying that 40% alcohol liquor for taste challenges or to go into a deep dive on the quality. controls and the ingredients and the mash bill. And you know what? I mean, we know. I mean, we're looking at the channel like, oh yes, I'm tasting this. It's very interesting. But I mean, we know what we're dealing with. You know, I mean, it's like when you do a Four Loco video. I mean, you watch my videos of Four Loco. I'm trying not to smirk. You know, I'm like, okay, we're looking at Four Loco, and I'm trying to play it straight. I'm trying. I mean, I think I do a good job of playing it straight, but still, it is Four Loco. You know, but I mean, I think I give it a pretty good shake. You know what I mean? Still looking for that warheads because that's what you need in your life. Yeah. All right. But it would be fun. It would be fun. I mean, it's fun. There's like a spirit of fun. And I think in the beer, wine, and liquor world, the spirit of fun and having a good time is totally lost, or not totally lost, or largely lost. Yes. Really button down people, really uptight. That's been my experience. Very uptight, sort of like they're looking around, you know, like, so it's like, hey, I watch your videos. I do reviews. You want to hang out? We could do some stuff together. And they're like, what does this mean? How does this affect my channel? It's like, okay, sorry, superstar, you know, just trying to, you know, socialize on social media. Yeah. I think, yeah, I think that's the Sazerac version. It's just got this almost indescribable, I don't know, it's like a buttermilk a biscuit. I don't know. It's just like a Sazeracian thing. Can't pin it down. Never will, probably. But it's like a little bell in your mind going ding 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 Sazerac, which means ding 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 Buffalo Trace. Yeah, I think, certainly don't know, but I think that the Heaven Hill, and my friend David, he's a big Heaven Hill guy. Okay, he's a big Heaven Hill guy. But I think that maybe you ever notice I qualify everything I say with some kind of like escape clause. But what I mean is I think that the Heaven Hill products maybe might have a somewhat more oak barrel characterization thing going on. But I mean, they're close. I mean, if you're gonna fine tune it this low, it doesn't really matter. $1. So I guess, yeah, I'll be honest. And it's not because Sazerac is located 31 miles from my house. Their headquarters 31 miles from my house, and their distillery. I mean, their where they do the Sazerac rye in New Orleans, but most of it's made in Kentucky. But they do make Sazerac rye in New Orleans. That's a true story. Not Southern Comfort. It's funny because the Southern Comfort label says New Orleans. And I called them. I said, where's the distillery in New Orleans? Oh, well, the guy says, we don't really have a distillery in New Orleans. It started in New Orleans and our headquarters is there, but it's actually all produced in Kentucky. I said, oh, it's kind of tricky, you know. But yeah, so the Royal is about $1 more. And if you get the handle, it's $2 more, which about the same per ounce. So they both look fine. Getting the hiccups. Bad sign. No, but I mean, they're very marginal products. I realize that. I'm not going to win any awards doing these videos, but that's okay. I got to trudge through it. I got Reynal coming up next. You want to? I got brandy coming up next. Reynal, 3 barrels. I think I'll get more engagement there because that's a big product in England. In England, 3 barrels brandy. Oh, they love that stuff with hot cross buns. But in the United States, Reynal is well, not too popular, but it's around. So anyway, getting back around to this. Essentially, it's a tie. I mean, basically, it's like the same thing. But I think that the 10 high has a little bit more vanilla, a little bit more, like a really bit more, and the Heaven Hill has a little bit more oak, like a little bitty tiny bit more. If you go to Delmonico in New York City, you're probably not going to drink either one of these, but then why would you think that at Delmonico? All right. I'm going crazy. Man's going mad. All right. I had some really good Mexican food in Chicago, though, but that's another story. Oh, those peppers. Oh. Then I went to the White Sox game. I wanted to go back to that place after the game. I was like, if I had words, All right. Oh man, it's tough, but I get this like toffee, like candy, like fluffy caramel. I don't know. It's not proper whiskey, but anyway, I'm saying this is the 10 high. It is, but it was tough. But I can't really say that Royal lost. It didn't win. You say it's a draw. Yeah, I mean essentially it's a draw, but I'll save $1 and buy the 10 high. You say $1. Yeah, $1. So 10 high by the slightest margin of difference beats Royal. You say that's like you went to a game and you saw Cleveland State beat Wright State in a college basketball game, and you say they were a little bit better. Nobody else cares. Well, because you are prejudiced and you do not like regional teams. I would go to see Wright State play Cleveland State. But no, Royal, yeah, it's all right. I mean, not going to win any awards. But I am glad I bought it. I am glad. I'm happy I bought it because it's an extremely interesting product. Look at all the videos. Well, I got some left. Repurchase? I mean, no, obviously I'm not going to repurchase them, but that could be said for some of the more predominant, higher grade whiskeys because I got so many I want to get through. But so yeah, I mean, it depends on how you want to execute these things. I mean, if you want to do a sipping thing next to the fireplace with some whiskey, bourbon aficionados, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not going to bring Royal and 10 high. But if you're watching the XFL or the USFL, and you got your great value corn chips and your great value cheese dip, yeah, fine. It'll work. I can't take issue with it, but I mean, you got to look at these things in context, and that's where a lot of the consternation over the years has come about. Like people say, "Oh, you." I'm like, wait, it's the context. The context. I know what I'm dealing with. Like people tell me things like, those products are cheap. It's like, really? I mean, I bought it for $14.99 a handle. I didn't know that. You thought I didn't know that? I know what I'm dealing with. I bought this for $7.99 for the bottle. I know what I'm dealing with. But when you do bring it into context and look at it in that framework, they're okay. Okay, not world class or anything. All right, let's look at the comments. Let's see. Oh, I gotta get to these games. Butch Willie says, "Hey man, hello Butch. I was watching the XFL a few days ago. It's a mess, haha." Well, I mean, it's people that aren't going to make it in the NFL. Maybe they wouldn't make it in the USFL, but I mean, it's something to watch. I don't watch it. There's too much college basketball and baseball now coming into play. I keep myself occupied with all of that. So, but I'm not against the USFL and I'm not against the XFL. And I never was. But I just I'm not going to watch it. Tommy Carroll says, "Cheers, Louisiana Liquor Reviews." Cheers back to you. These reviews are priceless for us novices, says Louise and Wes. Yeah, I will try to keep going. But yeah, I mean, if you look at it in a certain context, they're fine. Now, if you say, "Oh no, my channel is dealing with serious bourbon whiskey," yeah, you would never in your wildest dreams bring these two products into play. But you probably knew that before we started. If you want to see what I bought today, let me know now or forever hold your peace. I did buy some interesting products today, but we're going to close it out by saying, if you want to see what I bought, let me know now going once. Let me know now going twice. Oh, you want to see Daryl? Okay. All right. Okay. Missing my games. Okay, so people say, "Oh, you're really slumming it." Well, yeah. I figure, what's the harm? What's the harm, right? All right, the Ritas still around. This still exists. The Ritas strawberry. Walmart had exactly one variant, the strawberryta, 8%, guaranteed to wreck your life and probably get you fired. But they got a lot of flavors, but you may not see them, But then I went to Aldi. I haven't been totally thrilled with Aldi. I don't think they're making it here. They opened up their store last year in my town, and I just don't think. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they thought this town was going to be good for Aldi. These people around here go shopping at 6 in the morning. Aldi opens at 9. True story. They open at 9 a.m. and they close at 9 p.m. 12 hours. Well, people around here, they go shopping at 6 in the morning. You say, what are you talking about? Nobody goes shopping at 6. Around here, people go shopping early in the morning. People would be walking at 5 in the morning. I don't understand it, but I'm part of that culture. They'd be up early. So Aldi thought, oh, this is not Chicago. This is not, Lincoln Park around by the zoo. This is not Chelsea and Manhattan. This is not Los Angeles and East Hollywood or West Hollywood, East Hollywood, West Hollywood, North Hollywood, South Hollywood. It's an early. People wake up early, all right, for good or ill. And people around here, they drink Bud Light. That's what they drink, Bud Light. So when they see pumpkin spice Pumpkin spice cider. Oh my goodness, cider. A wine. It's a wine. It's literally a wine made from. Well, I mean, this is an Aldi brand. It was cheap. I don't know. It was $7.99. Spice hard cider, made with apples. You notice I said made with apples. Probably not totally from apples, but the U.S. government says it's a wine. There's no, let's see, 5%. There's no, it's really weird though, because there's no FDA, Food and Drug Administration nutritional facts. So they're apparently putting this under the Tax and Trade Bureau purview, which means it would be a beer, but it's technically a wine. So I cannot explain it. I've never had it. I wasn't really dying to buy it, but I bought a 6-pack, Is it any good? I don't know. We're going to find out. I guess we'll find out. All right, last comments. Let's see. And all their creams, all their wine-based cream liqueurs, the strawberry, it was I don't know, it was like strawberry and some kind of pie spice, strawberry and I don't know, something else. But I bought them, but they're gone now. They are gone. They are gone. Gone. All right. And I got them for cheap. Let's see, bring it on. Those ain't bad on a hot day. Is that considered a malt liquor? No. Always enjoy your content, says Daryl. I meant malt beverage. Yeah, I think they're a cider. They're a wine. They're not a malt beverage. They're a wine, like literally a wine. I mean, in a technical sense, not a real sense. Aldi are great prices, though. Maybe not for beer, other than Werner's Gruner. Yeah, Aldi is kind of, it ain't really that great. Man, you're going wild on the challenges today. Yeah, I am going wild on the challenges today because I had time. Wasn't working today. Wasn't going crazy. Wasn't drinking all kind of stuff. Felt good. Was reading a bunch of articles about different political topics, so historical. So I said, yeah, what the heck? So yeah, I'm keeping it in check, to an extent. Louisiana Liquor Reviews for having the mayoral race in Chicago tonight. Oh, mayoral race. Greetings, Ron, from the Soviet Socialist Republic of Southern California. Yeah, right. Right. Well, I'm a free enterprise person, Claude Diamond. I am your free enterprise beer, wine, and liquor reviewer. All right. So anyway, Strawberryta. Yeah, I guess in the next week or two, I'll review them all. I'll revisit all of them. What the heck? Thank you, Claude. And remember, you're welcome to join anytime. But I got my links. Might. Shane Gigi says might. Okay. Anyway, pumpkin cider. All right. That's it. College basketball. I'm out of here. Y'all take care now and see you. Oh, Fandango Friday. Well, I have some bad news. We cannot do Fandango Friday. I have to work at the fish fries. So we're going to do Thursday, Thundering Thursday. Same time, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 4:30 Mountain, 3:30 Pacific. So we're going to do Thundering Thursday, and liquor and or liqueur. Yeah, you're welcome to join. I got the link. It's going to be posted in Beer Talk 2023. So you got it. Oh, I have to update the title. I'll still have it showing 2022. Well, I'll fix that tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is Joker's Wild Wednesday. Right, Joker's Wild Wednesday. Any beer, wine, or liquor, milk, tap water, Anything you want to bring, we'll do Joker's Wild Wednesday. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. See you Thursday. All right, Claude. Yes. 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Joker's Wild Wednesday is tomorrow. Thundering Thursday is obviously Thursday. All right, y'all take care now.